Welcome back to another video, guys. First things first, before I get into the video, we need more men on self-improvement and delaying gratification just like us, because as we all know, self-improvement is very, very lonely, and we need friends on the same mission as us so we can enjoy this journey, we can enjoy this process. And the more men that get to watch this video, the more impact we can create, right? As a movement, as a channel, as a community. And you can help with that by scrolling down and hitting the subscribe button so the channel can grow and it can be shown to more young men. So yeah, now that I got that out the way, let's get into the video, right? And the whole point of this video is I want to speak on this concept again, the male advantage, which I learned from First Man. And I think every man under 25 years old needs to hear this. I think every man under 25 years old either needs to watch this video or needs to go watch all of First Man's male advantage videos, right? What is the male advantage, right? The male advantage is the safest route a man could take in life to be successful and live a good life. Why do I say that? I say that because it gives you a long enough time horizon to figure shit out. You don't have to figure shit out in 1 year. And we kind of live in the age where social media is the biggest thing ever. So you see 18 years old making millions. You see 23 years old living in Bali and Dubai and having all their lives figured out. And that's just not common. It's not common. And you see those things and you can't help but to compare yourself. You can't help but to compare yourself. And you start to look at yourself. You start to compare your worst against their best. But everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. It's just they did that. You are on your own path, and your path might take a little longer. And sometimes it's not even about it taking longer, because you see them now, but most of the time, most of those guys that are like 23, 22 millionaires, they've been in the game for 10 plus years already. Eman Gaji started when he was 15, 14. He's 24 now. That's 9, 10 plus years. That's how it is. A 10-year journey of you just constantly improving yourself and constantly chipping away the small things so they can add up to big results over time. That's literally the cheat code way to live life. And like I said, sometimes it doesn't even take that long. It doesn't take 10 years. That's what you should, kind of adopt. That's the mindset you should adopt. That way you can, keep doing the same thing and not expect quick results. That way you stay in the game as long as it takes. But sometimes it doesn't really take that long, especially now that it's just easy. Social media is big. It's not as hard, right? But like I said, that's the mindset that you have to have. Being patient and telling yourself that you're willing to stick with it as long as it takes, no matter what. Because if you just go into something panicking and rushing and kind of expecting things to happen overnight, or expecting things to happen in 2 years, 3 years, because you're comparing yourself to somebody else, you're just going to end up quitting, getting demotivated, and then ending up with a job you hate for the rest of your life. Like if you're 24, you're 25, you're under 24, you're under 25, and you don't have your life figured out yet, you need to stop panicking. And this is why understanding the male advantage is very, very important. Like the whole point of the male advantage is that life for men is all about patience, is all about time. For a man, it's possible to have the worst 20s, right? You can have the worst 20s of your life, but turn 35 and become a G, become the top dog. Like you do know that's possible for a man, right? As men, we peak later in life. We get better as we get older. It's not like women, right? Women are born with value. I get it. They're born with beauty. Once they hit 18 to around 25, they're the most beautiful they've ever been. And a man could just scoop them up, change their life, come save them, be their ticket. I get it. But men have longevity. Men peak later in life. As we get older, we get better. As we get older, we get more valuable. As we get older, we get more mature. We have more life experience. We have more muscle mass. We get into a more fit body. We look more like a man. We become more masculine. So you guys do know it's possible for you to not have your life figured out now and then have your life figured out in 5 years from now. It is possible. It's possible to do that as a man. The male advantage is the strategy that First Man promotes, right? He even has a book that's called The Male Advantage, and he has a bunch of videos on his YouTube channel. It's a guaranteed way to live a good life for guys. And I know you guys are probably gonna get tired of me of promoting First Man and always talking about him, but he's like my main mentor at this point, and I'm not just gonna learn a bunch of things from him and take all his things and not shout him out, not give him his flowers, right? I think like that's very, very disingenuous. I think that's low. And lots of people do that these days. I don't know for what. Like, just give the man his flowers. If you're learning something from somebody else, give them their flowers. And I'm always gonna do that for First Man. This is the concept that I learned from him, and I 100% agree that this is the guaranteed way for men to live a good life. Tai Lopez as well. I used to watch him a lot, right? And I know he gets a lot of shit, but I used to watch him, and he would promote this too. He would call it the 10 dark years, meaning all the people that are that you see at the top right now, they all had their 10 dark years. Mike Thurston, Andrew Tate, Michael B. Jordan, all these people had their 10 dark years where nobody knew who the fuck they were, but they were in the background building every day. And now all that building, all that chipping away in their early years added up to big results. A whole decade of just grinding and setting up the foundations, not expecting things to happen overnight. Even Alex Hormozy, another one, right? He's another big entrepreneur. He had his 10 dark years. Even he says it. Things are just easier to accomplish when you give yourself a longer time horizon. And it's so sad to see young entrepreneurs these days, young men, have this mindset of things just have to happen overnight. Like, it's a mindset that's gonna lead you astray. I genuinely agree that if you live long enough, you'll figure stuff out because you have the time to figure it out. I wholeheartedly believe that. Obviously, it's not just you're sitting back and you're letting life figure shit. Like, no, you're putting if you have a long enough time, you live long enough, and in that time that you're living, you put in the work, bro, you're gonna figure it out eventually. So there's literally no reason to put pressure on yourself now to have shit figured out now. If you're 25, right, under 25 or under 25 right now, and you're figuring out life, you don't really have anything, bro, the best thing that you can do is deploy a long-term mindset. Think long-term. That way you're making decisions based off of long-term and your goals and what you see, how you see your life long-term instead of short-term emotion. At 21, when I dabbled into entrepreneurship and I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing, I just went into it because I learned about this new life, and I jumped into it, right? I told myself, however long it takes, I'm gonna stick with it. There is no other option, and I'm sticking with it. I'm 24 now. I'm not where I want to be in life. I'm not where I used to be, but I'm not where I want to be, and I'm sticking with it, right? I'm sticking with it. And again, it might happen quicker, it might take longer, who knows? But it's the mindset that matters. This helps you make long-term decisions instead of having this YOLO mindset of, I might not be alive tomorrow, so let's do something now. Living like an Epicurean, You aren't rushing it. You're not trying to do something today. You have a long-term plan. You know where you want to go. You have direction. Now you're just waiting for time to catch up. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, you're still waking up every day with something to live for. You have momentum, and that's where you want to be, guys. You don't want to be somewhere in life where you have everything figured out, but you don't have no direction of where you want to go next. This is the best part about the process, not being where you want to be yet. This is because one day you're going to get what you want, then you're going to look back and then say, damn, that happened quick. I wish I can go through that process again. Or like at least enjoyed it more and showed more gratitude. One day you'll get to where you want to get to, and it'll probably get boring. It probably won't be like this. There's no feeling, there's no close feeling to being in the trenches, being in the process, and going through the journey of building your life as a man. Right now, the process of striving for what you want, seeing the man you're turning into in real time, is the most exciting part to me. For the average man, for all my guys that are subscribed to this channel, are following this movement, that that like my message, make this the takeaway that you learn from everything that I say on this channel, all the videos that I upload. The male advantage route is the only way to reach the top. Don't rush, don't chase, don't panic. Just chip away every day. Have fun with it. Have fun with the journey. Have fun with the process. And before you know it, you'll have everything that you ever wanted from the beginning. Give yourself a long time horizon, a long enough time to figure it out, and make decisions based off of that long-term plan that you have for yourself. And I promise you, bro, you'll figure it out. Trust me. Trust the work that everybody else has put in. Trust everybody else that you look up to and you follow. Look at their journey and trust it that the same thing will happen to you. Again, as long as you put the work in. Time will reveal all. You just got to be patient and let time do its thing. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time on the next video.